We continue here on Offside Sports inside the Loft 100 studios. We're in Southern California, presented by Turtlebox Audio. Waterproof, durable, and insanely loud. Find their industry-changing portable speakers at turtleboxaudio.com. This portion of the program is presented by our newest partner here on Offside Sports, Bebemos Tequila, crafted from tradition, fueled by freedom, made for those who chase the sun. Bebemos is a way of life. Find your bottle at wedrinktequila.com. And the beauty, Dave, I told Preston Caffrey, the owner of Bebemos, what you said about the bottle looking like a lamp from Rockford Files from the 70s. And his response was, "That's exactly
nice.
That's
nice.
what, you know, that kind of that old school look, man.
It is an awesome bottle.
It is an awesome bottle. And what's inside of it is even more awesomer. That is not a word, though, but I will use it.
I'm going to sneak one out with me today.
Week number 3 of the NFL season will get underway on Thursday night. You've got the Bills traveling down to Miami to take on the Dolphins, who I think right now could get beat by Modern Day High School up in Los Angeles. This is a bad football team, and I think this is one of those things where I think the coach has already lost the team, and I think you're going to start seeing splintering and you know, guys jumping ship. That gets week 3 of the NFL season underway. But Dave and Allison, we were talking during the break about how, you know, I said in the first segment that the NFL schedule makers must have a crystal ball, because every single week, and Dave, you're right, it is the greatest. It's the greatest show on earth. There is something at stake. Now, granted, because it's a finite season, every game there is something at stake. We get it, but you just, for some reason, you get a couple marquee matchups where you're like, I need to be in front of the television, even if I don't have a dog in the hunt, obviously because of fantasy, to see these games. And week number 3 of the season, Eagles, Rams, 2-0 football teams. And is this going to be a preview of the NFC Championship?
Okay, so if you remember last year, the team that came closest to beating the Eagles in the postseason was the Rams.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that game was in Philadelphia, and there was snow and everything else that happened. But look, at the same time, the Rams were right there.
Yeah.
And you kind of wonder if that game was at SoFi in Los Angeles and weather maybe wasn't a factor. Are things a little bit different? Overall, I think this is the game to watch, and I think they will play again somewhere down the line in the postseason. It's exciting. I mean, this is, as you know, we can't say it enough how we sit there and we say the NFL is incredible because it's 3 hours exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they have it timed down. It is the greatest reality show on TV. I mean, everybody feels this way, and there's so many different ways they bring you in, right? It's either fantasy football, it's your favorite team, or it's wagering. But they have you hooked. We're all hooked. And anywhere you go in the United States,
right?
Hey, what's your team?
Yeah.
Everyone knows they're talking about an NFL team. It's not another sport. It's always the NFL.
A question for both of you. Allison, are you glad the tush push, the brotherly shove, is still allowed in the NFL? The Chargers used it last night against the Raiders, and I'm surprised every team is not using it. Although they probably have it in their playbooks. But does it ruin it for you when they go to that, or it's like, hey, if you don't like it, stop them?
That's exactly how I feel. If you don't like it, don't let them do it. You know, stop it. Find a way. Defenses should be practicing that, how to stop that tush push, especially if you know you have the Eagles coming up.
Yep.
I don't love the play as far as, you know, I know people can get injured on it. I know it's not the safest of plays, but I do agree if you have that advantage and you have that in your toolbox and it's not illegal to do.
Yep.
Then the other team better learn to stop.
I am telling you, this is how you stop the tush push. You get your biggest, fattest player on defense when a team is about to run it, and you say, lay down the length of the line of scrimmage right by the football, because you're going to trip up those offensive linemen who are trying to get down low to push you out of the way, and then you have guys fire right in over their butts and nail you, the quarterback or the running back. That is how you defense the tush push. You're welcome, America.
Every defensive coordinator better be watching this show.
Exactly. Dave, Cardinals at 49ers. Again, when is the last time in an NFL season, week 3, you're thinking, oh, my God, I have to watch this NFC West matchup?
Never thought I would. Ever since Neil Lomax's face against Steve DeBerg. No, never. I'm sorry. Never. The Cardinals have never been appointment watching TV for me.
Sure.
Never have. I'm sorry. Roy Green. I mean, no, it hasn't been that way where I want to see Cardinal football. So overall,
Jim Hart.
It's exactly right. I mean, the old St. Louis Cardinals bringing their. By the way, terrible idea bringing the Cardinals to Arizona. I haven't seen a Cardinal in that state. Also, I don't get jazz music in Utah, but they still brought New Orleans to Utah. I could go on about this forever. But here's the deal: is that you look at the Cardinals and 49ers, it's a game to watch.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you have two teams that are doing what they're supposed to do. I just don't think the Cardinals are going to be there at the end of the season, Mike. I think they're going to run out of gas like they did last year.
Probably. And then you've got the Lions at Baltimore on Monday night, and we know who Baltimore is, and we know that they will go as far as Lamar Jackson goes. Great defense. The Ravens not only want to beat you, they want to beat you up, and that's what I love about that, especially that division in the AFC. But Allison, we'll find out who the Detroit Lions are after this game.
Yeah, I think we've got a preview of that this week. I think that Dan Campbell is, like you mentioned earlier, a great motivator. He'll have his team ready, but it's going to be epic. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to have that kind of matchup on a Monday night game.
Sure.
Awesome. Love it.
Okay, Tom Brady made an announcement. He made it on social media on Sunday, and his big announcement with that, he's going to be playing football again. And I know all you Patriots fans are thinking, or Buccaneers fans, oh my God, the GOAT's doing it. Well, it's not NFL football. He's playing in flag football, an exhibition in Saudi Arabia, and it's coming up in March of 2026. And there's a number of NFL players who have
current
NFL players who have signed on to play in it, Dave. And it's going to be aired on Fox Sports and Tubi. Although it's not an NFL game or an NFL sanctioned game, NFL owners are allowing current players to play in it. And I cannot tell you how much I dislike this idea. And if I was an NFL owner, I'm not, but I'll play one here on Offside Sports, I'd be telling my guys, if I find out that you're over there playing in this flag football game and you get hurt,
yeah,
I will do everything within my power to make sure you do not see 1 cent of compensation that you've got coming your way.
Yeah, so here's the deal. It's probably not written in their contract. Like every pro athlete has something written in their contract. You can't ski during the offseason,
yeah,
ride motorcycles.
Yep.
Who saw this coming? You can't play flag football in Saudi Arabia,
yeah,
right? I mean,
right.
You didn't write in the contract because you didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
So let's say Christian McCaffrey is gone for the next year.
And he's one of the guys going over to play.
Right. He's one of the guys going over to play. And so the money's insane. And that's the thing is like, hey, let's be upfront. How much are you getting paid? Because you're hearing hundreds of millions of dollars possibly.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, for
and
sure.
So, when you're sitting there and you're looking at, as we look at the picture right there, is that Jamie Farr next to Tom Brady from Cannonball Run? Because I think it's ridiculous. And I don't know what happened, but 4 days ago we talked about 9/11. Supposedly this is where the same money came from that funded 9/11. All of a sudden, a guy that played for the Patriots is supposed to be a Patriot is going to sit there and go
over. It's a bad look, man.
It's a bad look, in my opinion. And people can say, oh, you're 100% wrong. I don't think it's wrong when the money that's going into this is supposedly the same people that funded 9/11.
Well, that's why a lot of people are against live golf, too. And I have a real problem with Tom Brady being kind of the face of this for the NFL or the United States, or, he should know how dangerous that would be. He's part owner of the Raiders, for goodness sake. He should know that if those players get injured, the risk isn't worth the reward.
Yeah.
And I think whenever you're risking something, you have to weigh that. Risk reward is so important. And I'm really surprised that Tom Brady is pushing this and is okay with it and promoting it.
In most of the big names that are going over, we don't have the complete list, but Dave, you mentioned Christian McCaffrey, and it's not as if these guys are hurting for money, but I think like Live Golf that you mentioned, Allison, the figures are so astronomical that people are like, yeah, you're stupid to be turning down money like that. But at the same time, I go back to, it was several years ago where the Dallas Cowboys had a rookie running back, and they were playing in the rookie flag football game on the sand and the beach.
New England Patriots.
Was it the Patriots? Okay, I apologize for not knowing who the player is, but he shreds his knee up in this sand football flag game before the Super Bowl. Career's over. Never went on to, he ruptured the patella tendons in his knee, never went on to play again. And I'm looking at this thinking, this is, Tom, okay, you're retired, go over and do it.
Sure.
there are so many big name retired guys who could still, I guarantee you, play a serviceable flag football game.
And it's the name.
That's
Even if
what
they
it should
stunk,
be.
it's
Yes,
the name.
yes,
Right.
that's who should be
Right?
playing in
But
it.
but
the
everybody has
retired
a-
guys.
Yeah, everybody has a price tag, though. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
And that's what it is. It boils down to money.
Do you remember George Foreman went to the Evander Holyfield? They
Same
offered him
thing.
$12 million. His wife says, you're retired.
Yeah.
And then they offered 45. She goes, you're retired. They offered $55 million to fight Evander Holyfield. And his wife said, what, are you afraid of Evander Holyfield? You know, everybody has a price. Everybody has a price.
Yeah.
All right, what is everybody, speaking of everybody's chirping about, and what do the standings look like in our weekly bets of the show? We'll have our gots and our bots as Offside Sports rolls on right after this.